Ever found yourself staring at the ceiling at 2 o'clock in the morning, wondering why something that's so natural and so perfect for your body seems impossibly out of reach? You're not alone. The average parent loses something in the realm of 700 hours of sleep in the first couple of years of their child's life. That's almost a month of sleep debt. Welcome to what's probably going to be the first of several episodes on this topic, where we're going to dive into God's perfect plan and design for our sleep. I'm going to share a little bit about our own sleep training journey with our toddler, something I was very against when we first had a baby, but something that we came around to and actually found an approach that worked really well for us. And now she sleeps wonderfully through the night. And also my own journey and trying to perfect and get full advantage of the few hours that I get every evening, where I'm going to try a couple of sleep hacks like mouth taping and grounding sheets and some red light therapy to see like what actually works for me. And then I'm going to share that with you. Please consider slapping the like, subscribe, and notification buttons like it's the snooze on your alarm clock in the morning. As in a thank you, I'm going to leave you here with this. Why did the coffee file a police report? It got mugged every morning and it needed to perk up security. Boom! So I'm Dr. Will, family wellness chiropractor. I've been helping families unlock their God-given healing potential for over a decade. And if I'm honest with you, sleep, I've known the basics of like what healthy sleep looks like. And I've coached dozens of families through this. And I've honestly always struggled to get a good night quality sleep. I get enough hours. I watch what my watch says is happening. And I wake up in the morning and I still hit snooze 3 or 4 times before I crawl out of bed. And then our daughter comes along and totally turns, our sleep on its head. And we're a year in and she's not sleeping well. So I really had to go back and relearn some of the basics. And I want to share with you what I've learned over the last 2 years and how that has changed our own family's approach, and some things that'll work really well for you as well. Some people think that sleep is just downtime, and that couldn't be further from the truth. When we're sleeping, our body is repairing cells and tissues. It's consolidating memories. It's resetting and balancing our immune system. It's a nightly restoration project. Most people don't take their environment seriously enough when it comes to healthy quality sleep. Your bedroom really needs to be a sanctuary set apart for the purposes of sleep and rest and restoration. And so what that looks, the basics that we all need is a dark room, a quiet room, and a cold room. We want to try to eliminate as much light as possible. Use blackout curtains if you need to. In fact, our toddler's room isn't dark enough during the day for naps. And so we actually had to tape up, vinyl sheeting in the window to get the room dark enough for her to get a decent nap in the middle of the day. So dark is important. We want to make sure that it is quiet. So trying to insulate if possible, but even just using something like a sound machine in order white noise to block out or cover up any outside noise helps a lot of people. And it also needs to be cooler than most of us think. A 2020 study actually found that bedroom temperatures affected sleep quality more than ambient noise. This is wild. They found at 65 degrees Fahrenheit, test subjects fell asleep faster and experienced 25% more sleep than at 75 degrees Fahrenheit. So a cooler room is going to be more conducive to healthy sleep. Meanwhile, another study showed that exposure to even modest ambient light during sleep increased nighttime heart rate and next morning insulin resistance. That's wild. And another study in 2019 demonstrated that noises as quiet as 33 decibels, about the volume of a whisper, was enough to shift you from deep to light sleep without fully waking you. And so this is where a dark room, a quiet room, a cold room comes into play. We want to set up our environment for the best quality sleep as we possibly can get. Now, if you're anything like us, a busy family, your schedule doesn't always revolve around your sleep. But the science tells us that we should try to build a routine around it for the best benefit. We know that our brains are creatures of habit. They thrive on routine and repetition. And so having a bedtime routine, like think of it like this way. Do you remember that one time that you read the wrong book out of order to your 2-year-old when you were trying to get her down for bed and bedtime completely fell apart? Been there, done that. The truth is, most of us adults are the same way with our sleep. We're just a lot better at managing our emotions about it. So, some simple strategies to help you get into the rhythm of a healthy bedtime is start dimming the lights around the house 2 to 3 hours before you plan to turn them off for bed. If you live in uh, if you live in the north like we do, that actually means starting to close some of the blinds and some of the curtains to block out that natural sunlight. When the sun doesn't set until 9 or 10 o'clock at night, we have just somehow start darkening the rooms and switching from brighter lights to warmer ambient temperature lights. We want to go to bed the same way, the same time most nights. Every night's ideal, but most nights is going to help your body start to create that rhythm. So when you start to dim down the lights and you brush your teeth and you wash your face and you sit down with that good book and you do that every night before bed, your brain starts to recognize and starts to uh, pattern like, oh, when I brush my teeth and I'll wash my face, I know that the next step is getting into my PJs and getting down and starting to relax. And so you're going to start to hasten that routine. Same thing as you would do with a toddler. Our adult brains actually benefit from this as well. There was some really cool research out of Harvard that showed that a consistent bedtime routine triggered a cascade of sleep hormones. One study actually found that people who practiced a 30-minute wind down routine fell asleep 37% faster than those who didn't. So tonight, I challenge you this. 30 minutes before bedtime, turn off all of your screens. Start creating a little bit of a bedtime routine and go to bed at the same time every night for 7 days in a row. I dare you to do it. Try it. See if you can do it. You'll probably find that you start to fall asleep a little bit faster and you sleep a little bit more deeply, especially in those early hours of the night. Stay tuned. I'm going to dive deep into this topic a little bit more. I'm going to share you our own family's story on sleep training our toddler, and I've already started to try a few of these hacks. I'm going to go through so far mouth taping, red light, and then grounding sheets, and I'm going to see what actually works. I've been tracking my sleep for a little while now to see, hey, does it actually change how I feel in the morning, and does it actually change like the timing and the hours and the what I'm my sleep metrics? Leave a comment below which one you're most excited to see the results from. Or as an alternative, leave your best dad joke about sleep in the comments below. If I actually laugh out loud when I read it, I'll use it in one of those videos.